Hey guys, Phil here at Woods Tree Farm. Good news, we finally got some rain. The past 2 nights there have been showers out here. The first night was a short one, less than a ½ an inch, and last night there was like a storm cell that just parked itself over here. So we got a nice big dumping. I had one bucket over there that had over 2 inches in it. The rain gauge that we have showed about 1.5 inches. So somewhere between 1.5 inches, 2 inches is about what we got, and I will take it because it's been dry and we are starting to get behind our needed rainfall. And you know, we've been watering a whole lot out here to try to keep these trees alive. So that means I won't have to water. Even if we have 90-degree heat for the next week straight, I won't have to water again for at least a week, and I am happy about that. So we'll monitor the status, and you might not even care about all the watering stuff, but that's what's going on. The other 2 things that we're going to do today in this video is I'll give you an update on the flowers. They're way over that way. We've got sunflowers and zinnias planted. Maybe you've seen that in previous videos. I'll show you how they're doing, and then we're going to, right now, let's head on over to the old blue tractor, because I shared with you guys in the last video something with it was not right, and I want to make sure that tractor is ready to use at any time. Even though I haven't really used it in a couple months, I want to make sure it's ready to go anytime. And this will be the first time I'm firing it up in a couple months, so hopefully battery's charged, you know, get the fluids moving, and just make sure that thing stays in good running order. Well, here's the old girl. It's a Farmtrac 60. It's a 50 horsepower tractor. It came with this property when we bought it, so I don't know much about its history, but I do know, at least as long as it's been out here on this property, it's never had any cover because there's no buildings or anything out here. So this tractor's had somewhat of a rough life being outside for many years through all sorts of weather. So a big thanks to a couple of you guys who watch my videos. K&H Tractors has the exact same one and has had it for like coming up on 16 or 18 years or something like that. So he knows a lot about the tractor, and he was able to share a little bit about what I needed to do, and also offered some additional insights. He shared a video on his channel. I'll link it down in the description. Shared some additional insights on some other things I need to look into. Since I don't know anything about this tractor, I don't have a manual for it. I don't have, you know, any real experience or background in working on tractors. I really haven't done anything except put fuel in this since we got it. Yes, I've checked the oil. I had to add a little bit of oil at one time, but I haven't changed any of the fluids. I haven't done any other kind of maintenance. I haven't even really, you know, done a thorough inspection or anything, but I have used it a bit, probably a good 30 or 40 hours, and the tractor overall is a beast. So when it was starting to have an issue with the steering, I was a little bit worried that there was going to be something really costly involved. It seems like maybe not. For now, at least, I can probably get away with just adding some fluid, and that's what we're going to try today. So when I was first starting to have an issue with the power steering, I assumed that the steering was all run off of hydraulic oil, just like the rest of the tractor, and I thought it was all from the same hydraulic oil reservoir, which there's a dipstick right back here by the gearbox. Turns out that's not the case. Turns out that the steering system is a completely separate system. I thought these lines that ran out of this steering pump here actually went back to the reservoir, but they don't. It's apparently, like I said, a separate system. So this reservoir here is where I need to go and add fluid. I just bought a big jug of inexpensive Valvoline power steering fluid. We're going to try to fill this reservoir up, and then we'll fire up the tractor and see how it does. Let's go get a funnel. Back with a funnel. Oh, it's too stinking big. Of course. Alright, I'll be able to hold it there. Maybe. How much do you think it holds? Seems like that's probably about it. So that was like less than a quart. Alright. Fire this thing up. We'll turn the steering left or right to try to purge the system of any air. We'll double check the level and move on. fixed it. Okay, yeah, really, I didn't fix anything. I just added some power steering fluid. Seems to work just fine. The steering's restored to nice, easy, smooth steering, just like I've come to expect. This tractor is really amazing. I mean, to sit for months on end, just be outside its whole life, and that thing just fires right up and goes. So I'm actually contemplating selling this tractor. I don't use it all that much, and I would much rather take that couple $1,000s I could get for this and invest it in something else that would be more useful on the farm. But you know, I do get the benefits of having multiple tractors, and I have at times needed to have multiple tractors, but not that many times. So it kind of has me thinking, could I live without it, and could there be something else that I would find more use in? I don't know. Wait and see. For now, it's here. I do plan on doing some maintenance on this thing. You know, if we continue to get rain and I don't have to spend as much time watering trees, I can do projects like that and work on the equipment and do some other stuff around the property. So we'll just have to wait and see what the next few weeks and few months brings. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, hit that like button. I appreciate it. That helps our videos get found by other people who like the same kind of stuff. And if you want to follow along with what we're doing out here on our farm, hit that subscribe button. That's the red button just below this video, and you can get notified and whatnot of all of the other videos that we put out in the future. So let's go take a quick look at the flowers. If you're interested in seeing those, we'll walk straight across the field about 150 yards away, and we'll go take a look. So there's a sunflower patch. Down on this end, the height's actually really good. If I stand next to some of these, they're, you know, up to my chest. Some are actually even taller. Over here in the middle, there's a few really tall ones. And you can see they're starting to get really big heads. Like if you look at that tall one right there, its head is as big as my fist, and it's gonna bust open here real soon. Plenty of others in here that have really small heads and have a lot of developing to do still. So kind of mixed results in here so far. There's really only just a couple blooms in the whole patch. You can see just down there, the far end of this row, there's a flower down there. There's actually 4 or 5 of them down there. There's a little short one right here. Look at this one. It's only like 18 inches tall, but it still looks nice. And then over here, all these sunflowers were planted 3 weeks after all the others. We shouldn't have done that. I've mentioned that on previous videos. Next year when we do this, we're going to do a slightly bigger plot. I'm going to try to amend the soil some more over the fall and winter to get some more organic matter in the soil. And we're going to do more fertilizing, and then we're not going to stagger our plantings like we did this year, because I want to have like a full looking patch. Right now we have like one end looks really good, the middle is not quite there yet, and then these still have a couple weeks to go. And you know, all in all, when you look at the whole patch, it doesn't look very impressive. So I'd rather have the whole patch have flowers in bloom than have these different blocks like we have it. But anyway, lesson learned. Just right here we've got the zinnias, and I've showed you guys this before. We have basically 3 rows of zinnias. That skinny row is weeds in the middle of the aisle, and then there's more zinnias, more weeds, and more zinnias. So there's a bunch of different colors through here. These are starting to look really good. These were stunted. I showed them in a previous video. They're really short. I think the drought had an issue. We also didn't fertilize enough. So we came through with some liquid fertilizer, and between the liquid fertilizer and the watering that we did in the previous weeks, they really started to perk up. Down on this end, there's a nice little block. We've got orange and red and purple and a couple yellows, and you can just see all through here there's, you know, lots of buds in development. So we're gonna have lots more flowers coming in the coming weeks. All right, so that's the update on the sunflowers. I really thought we'd have more blooms by now, but we'll give it another week or two and it should be really popping. And then, you know, these zinnias are looking great, and they should continue to bust open here in the coming days and weeks. So looking forward to seeing how they look. Well, thanks for watching, guys. If you've got any questions about what we're doing out here on our farm, just leave those in the comments below. I appreciate all you guys. We've had a bunch of new subscribers lately, so welcome to the channel, all you newbies. And if you got any questions, leave those below, and I'll see you on the next one. Have a good one, guys. Bye-bye.